All in Sports Network. We love sports.
It's different.
Yeah, this is a new feeling. It's a good feeling.
I mean, like it's different both in a big long-term sense where like the Colts haven't won an opener in a long time.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember
But
the
it's
last
also
time we could
different.
say that we were undefeated.
Yeah, and that's very true. I mean, hasn't been since 2013. And
Yeah.
then also it feels different just from the last year, 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
3 years on defense especially. But then to have a blowout win kind of thing against a very good team,
Yeah.
this is good.
Made him look flustered. I like it.
We're gonna hold it loosely though because we don't know. This is one game.
Yes.
It's one game.
Let's not overreact.
Well, I'm Kevin. This is my son Liam. We're the Unstable Blues. Happy to present All Indiana Sports as part of the All In Sports and Rogue Media Sports Networks.
Yep. Welcome back in. The Colts won a season opener as we just talked about. Let that sink in for a bit. Yeah. Colts fans have not been able to celebrate that since Andrew Luck's second season. How are they able to do it in a dominant fashion against the Dolphins? So, let's go all in and talk about it.
Yes, you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at All Indiana Sports and on Twitter at All Indy Sports. And don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yep, first up, we got the injury report brought to you by Hounds, training puppies, healthy treats. We use them for Country Mountain Dogs in all of our training. If you'd like to learn more, click the link in the description.
Yes, it wasn't directly talked about in the post game, but from what I could gather watching it, looked like Jalen Jones came up, looked to re-aggravate his hamstring on the one punt of the game. And get this, that turned out to be a penalty. You ever had a injury happen? You ever experienced that around a penalty happening?
It would be a lot funnier if that happened and the guy who caused the penalty was in here. Little foreshadowing. He will be here later this week because there's a big game coming up. Little foreshadowing. We're gonna have a little fun with two different sides of a game. It'll be fun to see where it goes. Because we're just kind of here just enjoying the entertainment that would be brought to us. But that's for
I did reference
time.
something. If people don't know, okay, so your ACL injury happened. You had a cutback play that you scored a touchdown on, but it was called back for an illegal block in the back by one of your best friends, Isaiah.
Yeah.
And then the very next play, you tore your ACL.
Yeah, going for a jump cut because my quarterback's like, don't cut back. I got your block. I was like, all right. So I jump cut, try to get in between, and and then it was just gone.
All right, let's talk through the story of the game. Okay?
Yes.
The Colts won the coin toss and couldn't wait to get started on offense, so they took the ball. That's very rare these days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The first drive only led to 3 points, but Tyler Warren had 3 catches on the opening drive.
Yep, big ones. The first drive for the Dolphins resulted in Cam Bynum's first interception celebration for the Colts on a sailed ball from Tua. Do you?
I don't know.
Understand it?
Nope, I have no clue. Isaiah sent me it, and I was like, "Yep, I don't get it. I don't understand it."
Somebody suggested maybe it was a fish flopping out of water, which with the Dolphins, I get maybe
makes sense. Yeah, but still,
it was weird.
It
was like the worm and the crab combined.
Yeah.
Sideways worm.
Yeah,
and he wanted to do it by himself.
Yeah,
he wasn't prepared. It seemed like he didn't put in the same preparation we saw last season with the Vikings.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We need a change, Cam. We need a whole team celebration.
Yes, moving on.
The resulting 8-minute drive. The final result of that drive was a 27-yard touchdown pass to Michael Pittman. It was bobbled a little bit, but it was like a bobble catch. I don't know. It looked like a planned bobble because of how quickly he recovered from it. Like I saw because I was watching Red Zone. That's how I prefer to watch the games.
Yep.
So, and they showed the replay of it. I was like, okay, cool. This is either an interception or a touchdown. It's going deep. Yep. So, and I saw the bobble. It was like right. And I was like, that looks so weird. Like I saw the bobble, but it looked like he just straight up caught it.
Yeah.
So,
okay, I got to ask you before we move on then. You experienced Red Zone. I choose to wait and watch the game after I can watch it later in its entirety. How was the Red Zone experience with the ads? There was a big uproar about them including ads on Red Zone.
I'm going to be so honest. The ads didn't affect me at all. Like, it was like a 30-second to a minute ad break, and then it was back. And it was still showing me the games and stuff. But like,
it was like a side-by-side, right?
Yeah. To be fair,
so you could still watch the game on my screen, even though the ad was happening on your screen, like right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So, like, to be fair, I was also doing a little bit of homework during the games, but that wasn't until later, right? So, it honestly, like, I didn't find, like, if there was an add-on, I'd go check my fantasy or whatever. It, like, the ad breaks tended to be more convenient, so.
All right. Well, that's good to know. Good to know. All right. 2 plays later, after that touchdown, Kenny Moore forced a Devon Achane fumble, recovered by Xavier Howard.
It was actually Tua that fumbled the ball.
Was it?
It was not. It was, yeah, Tua stepped back, and Tua was trying to escape or something, and Kenny came behind and kind of stripped the ball because lefty quarterback, so those weird things can type.
That's
like
right.
There's I don't know if we're going to talk about it, but there's a Nick Cross sack that was a blindside because Tua's a lefty, so it was a blindside sack and all that. So it's odd whenever you have a lefty.
It is.
But that led to a Daniel Jones rushing touchdown after an 18-yard pass to A.D. Mitchell, which was exactly
and he
what
got the foot down and the knee down on the same foot. So there you go.
And then a good 20-yarder chunk to Mo Alley Cox, where he had to get 3 people to drag him to the ground.
Yes, he did.
So that's a typical Mo Alley thing, though.
Yeah, it's what we have grown to love about Mo Alley Cox, even though at the beginning of last season we were like, get rid of him. After a Dolphins punt, the Colts put together a 17-play field goal drive to end the half up 20-0.
Yep. And then Tua threw another interception, but it was to Latu.
Oh my goodness.
Dropping in coverage, acting like he's gonna rush, and then dropping in coverage, and it was like good hip movement, good feet movement, all this stuff.
Didn't you call this? You said that this would be a great asset to him for this particular reason in Lou's system?
I did.
Well, good call. Good call.
Thank you.
Another field goal by Spencer Schrader led to desperation time for the Dolphins.
Yep, they turned it over on downs, and Daniel Jones capped another 15-play, 9-minute drive with another rushing touchdown.
That drive featured DJ Giddens and Ashton Doolin on the ground, as well as a little scamper from Daniel Jones himself.
Yep. One where he got rocked.
That should have been a flag. I was like,
100%. He got up, acted like nothing happened, and move on.
Yep. There were a few of those. Few of those, yeah.
The Dolphins finally got on the board with a too late touchdown by Devon Achane and a 2-point conversion, but the Colts put it away with a 4-minute drive and another Schrader field goal.
Yes. Speaking of which, your mom, while we were watching the game, said he is definitely soccer trained. The way he kept his head down through the kick and then lifted it well after the kick. If you want to help with your goal, your soccer stuff, Open Goal Rebounder has a great goal setup for you in your backyard. And who knows, you could be the next Spencer Schrader. Click the link in the description for more on that. It's time.
Or Brandon Aubrey.
That's true. He's Australian, though. So,
but he's actually soccer trained. We don't know if Spencer is or not.
I bet he is. It's time for the stat sheet. We're only focusing on. In the past, we've done both teams. Screw the Dolphins. We're only focusing on the Colts here.
Not much to do, anyways. Daniel Jones, 22 for 29, 272 yards, a touchdown, and 2 rushing touchdowns with a quarterback rating of 115.9.
It's been a while. I like it. Okay.
Indiana Jones.
That's right. Jonathan Taylor has 71 yards on 18 carries because he didn't play the entire last quarter. He added another 27 yards on 3 catches, though, which is shows some growth in his game a little bit.
Huh. Who called that?
You're making some good calls, is all I'll say.
Michael Pittman led the Colts with only 6 receptions for 80 yards and that bobble touchdown that we talked about.
Yep. Tyler Warren added 76 yards on 7 catches and converted a 3rd down from the backfield as the fullback.
I saw a lot of creativity, and I was so
much
happy.
Good blocking, either in line, down the field from him. It wasn't just the numbers you see on there. And guess what? I saw this stat today. There two rookie tight ends ever in NFL history with 7 or more catches on opening day in the rookie season, and they both happened today.
Yeah.
The other one was Harold Fannin for the Cleveland Browns.
I like it. And then finally, the defense was a full team effort. It seemed like everybody was getting something going on defense.
Yep.
But it was led by Nick Cross and Kenny Moore, both doing great in the secondary, and both of them recorded a sack.
Yes. Speaking of sacks, Joi Baby has some great sleep sacks for your little one. Click the link in the description for more on that.
Yep.
And then Cam Bynum and Leatu Latu had interceptions, and Xavier Howard picked up that fumble forced by Kenny Moore.
Yep. They protected the ball, and they took the ball, and they ran the ball and kept running the ball. They did.
Yes, they did.
They did our main things. What are some of your intangibles of this game?
The defensive movement, whether that be, the secondary coming in for those sacks, all those people up looking like they're going to stop Achane and then backing out. The Latu, like we talked about, dropping into coverage. So much movement and shifting, not only pre-snap, but at snap, and they just never knew what was coming. And as soon as they could try to figure it out, it was changed. And then because of that and the new defensive system, I felt like Shane felt free to be an offensive genius again without having to manage all of the defensive issues.
Yeah.
And so we saw him kind of return back to what he was able to do that first year.
Mm-hmm.
You pointed out the turnovers, and I'm also going to bring up the time of possession. How many times have we talked about this, especially last year?
A lot.
And it was not good. This was the exact opposite. 39 minutes, just about almost, of possession for the Colts to 21 for the Dolphins. Sometimes that doesn't matter with Dolphins and the Dolphins, how quick they're able to score and things. This time, it mattered. We mentioned there were, 3 double-digit play drives. One of them lasted almost 10 minutes of the third quarter. Third into the fourth, yes.
Yep. Yeah. Some of my intangibles. Are you done with yours?
Yes. Okay. Go for it.
I think this may have been the best coaching since Shane was head coach, since he's been head coach.
Yeah, okay.
Most complete coached game. I say that because the ball was moved so spread around on offense. We talked about Pittman. We talked about Warren. We talked about the 80 catch, the Mo Alley catch, JT doing his thing. But I'm going to highlight 2 other players.
Okay.
Obviously, Daniel Jones. But that was kind of a given. The 2 other players are DJ Giddens, who had a pretty quiet game, but he was doing his thing. He was able to get stuff going. as the
41 yards. He was hardly in the game. He still had 41 yards
at the number 2 running back position. Like he should be.
Yep.
And then also Alec Pierce coming up with a big catch down the sideline. I saw that ball go towards Pierce. I was like, oh, he's got that. Oh yeah, he's got that. That's easy.
Yep.
I'm happy. There wasn't any like deep balls today, because that's not necessarily Daniel Jones' thing. But Pierce kind of adjusting and saying, "Hey, I'll take the medium," right?
Yeah.
So, it was a very spread game from offense. Same thing on defense. Like everybody shined on defense. Everybody had at least one play. It wasn't like a Grant Stewart game where you're getting 19 tackles, right? It was a game where everyone did something. So it was a very efficient game for everyone, which means where does that go? Coaching. I think the coaching was the thing. And if there's one thing that's going to win you a championship, it's defense, yes, but also coaching. So, and then I'll go into more depth about running the ball. We kept going at it with JT, and it was at the beginning of the game, and then it got better towards the end. Same with Giddens. Whenever you put him in, he was barely out there, like you said, and was still getting good yardage. And most of our touchdowns came off of runs. Yes, it's Daniel Jones' sneak, but no one could stop it. So why would you stop doing it?
You wear him down. You wear him down. You wear him down. That's even more helpful when you have those long drives. You chip away, and then all of a sudden, I was thinking during the game, I was like, oh, they're starting off with a lot of pass. And then I kept thinking, Shane's motto and philosophy is throw to win, or throw to score, and run to win. So he's throwing, and then their run will come later, and that's exactly what happened.
Right. And then my last one is, hold on, what was it? Oh my goodness, I had it and I lost it.
Do you want me to talk about Daniel Jones and see if you remember it?
No, I don't know. If it comes up, I'll talk about it.
Okay, sounds good. Daniel Jones joined Elite Company today, throwing for over 250 yards, and rushing for at least 2 touchdowns in the season opener. There are only a few people who have done that, and they are all legends. John Elway was one of them. Troy Aikman was another one. There was one other one, I think, and Daniel Jones. And he's the only one to do it in his first game with a team.
Yeah.
He is also the first quarterback to have 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, and 0 interceptions in the first start with a new team since he did it with the Giants in 2019. So he's the last 2 quarterbacks to do it.
Yep.
For 2 different teams.
Yeah.
Did you think of it yet?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Well, obviously it wasn't that important if I didn't have
it. Must not have been. I have another question, because in light of we can't get away from this podcast and not recognize Jim Irsay being put into the Ring of Honor. And so I wanted to ask you, who is your favorite Ring of Honor member? Let me know if you need any reminders of who's there, who's not.
Ring of Honor is just Hall of Fame for a specific team, right?
It is. So okay. It's the Colts Hall of Fame. It does not include any. The Ring of Honor does not include any Unitas. Those are retired jerseys, but no Baltimore players are in the Ring of Honor.
I mean, there's obvious Peyton,
he was there.
I'd imagine Freeney's there. I'd imagine Mathis is there. Yep. I'd imagine Reggie, Harrison.
Yep. Edge.
Edge. Sanders.
Bob is not there. No,
really,
he should be, but it was too short because of injuries and stuff.
Vontae Davis there?
No, it is Tarek Glenn, left tackle for Peyton's era. Dallas Clark just was put in the Ring of Honor against the Dolphins game last year.
Okay, so Luck is too soon then.
Luck is not up there. No,
he should be.
I know.
Whenever he is, that is my favorite. But
it's the short
I don't care.
It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a little bit for Colts fans to get over how it all went down for him leaving too.
Yeah, but whenever he gets inducted, that's
your
my
favorite.
guy.
I get it.
But until then, Reggie Wayne is my favorite.
All right, I like it, and how fitting that he is back as a coach as well. So with all that, what was your Mayflower move of the game? This is, for those of you who are new, this is the game-changing moment of the game. We call it the Mayflower move because that was game-changing for this organization, bringing them to Indianapolis. So what's your Mayflower move of the game?
Probably the Kenny Moore fumble. I saw the first Cam interception. I was like, okay, one interception doesn't mean anything. And then whenever they turned the ball over again, they just looked very flustered and could not get anything going. So I think that was it. I remember my last intangible.
Okay.
I remember it.
Sweet.
I liked getting the ball first.
Oh, okay.
I liked picking the ball first because you went out there. Yes, you only got 3 points, but you went out there and got it done quick, and they were already flustered. You flustered them early, and everything went downhill from there. So that's it's an old school move-esque thing.
It's an old school way of doing things. Before there was the ability to defer, that's the decision that teams would have to make is, do we want to kick off and try to work that angle of it, and this would be the team with Peyton Manning, they would just choose to get the ball first because they wanted to go score and put you behind the 8 ball real quick.
Yeah.
So it's kind of an old school way of doing things, and like how fitting that Peyton was there and they did that. I thought, man, that's pretty sweet. Little tongue in cheek, like little nod to Peyton being there and all that kind of stuff. All those guys. So, my Mayflower move of the game, I almost went with. I didn't want to do a penalty, but that penalty that that they had against Rigo running into the kicker was really huge in the game, right? They were already kind of down, but that really was able to put it away, right? But for so many different reasons, I'm going to say the Leatu Latu interception.
I like it.
It was the last turnover, but it also was a defining moment in the transition from the Gus Bradley beat your head against the wall defense and whatever concoction that Lou Anarumo was cooking up back there, where he has a defensive end drop way back. It was way back. It was like 7, 8, 9, 10 yards deep and get an interception pickoff, and couple that with the frustration that I know that he may not have voiced, but all the other defensive players have known that he has experienced since he's been in the league, and to see them all come around him and just bounce on him, celebrate him was great. Great to see.
Yeah, that was
so many reasons for that one. There. Who then is your lone star of the game, since we are in Texas but cheering for an Indiana team?
I didn't think I'd be saying this.
Okay.
Daniel Jones.
Gotcha. Don't bring he brings a gun to a knife fight.
I am every day I'm more convinced that Daniel Jones is the guy. Like, yes, the Colts organization still believes in Richardson and stuff, but how awesome would it be to make a playoff run with Daniel Jones? I watched the CBS aftermath of the Colts game where it was basically like the TNT broadcast for the playoffs.
Gotcha.
It's very similar. Show like the major highlights and then talk about a couple topics about the game. And one of the guys, I don't remember who it was, said that Daniel Jones is the new Sam Darnold. Switching teams, and then does really good because Sam Darnold went to the Vikings, did really good. And he's like, Daniel Jones went to the Vikings and Kevin O'Connell's broken quarterback rehab, and he's coming to the Colts, and he looks really good now. I was like, I wouldn't mind that. All we need is one good year out of a quarterback.
I hear you. My one caveat to that would be there is no Justin Jefferson on our team. And so
there's not.
Daniel Jones still has to do more than Sam Darnold ever had to do last year with the Vikings.
But I think he is talented enough to do more.
Yeah.
I think his run game provides a very different outlook. So
yeah,
it's a very good thing that the Vikings and we do not have the same offense.
Right. If we came into training camp and said the quarterback for the Colts is going to have 2 rushing touchdowns and 1 passing touchdown, you would have said that quarterback was
Anthony Richardson,
without a doubt. And yet here we are. Okay, my lone star of the game, I have to give a shout out to defense. Kenny Moore was everywhere. I know it may not show up on the stat sheet, but he was everywhere.
Yep.
Everywhere. But I am surprised you didn't. I left this open. I didn't even put this guy down because I figured you would take it because this was your player to watch. It's the rookie that didn't play like a rookie at all. Tyler Warren. He came out and he did just like Kenny Moore, did everything. He blocked. He was available. He went to the spots, found the places in the zone. He was running wheels down the sideline. He was doing everything. And they threw the whole playbook at him as a rookie, and he's like, yeah, I got it. And that one play where he caught it, put a foot in the ground, shook 2 guys out of their boots, and then shed the other guy, and it took 3 guys to get him down the sideline. On that right side, so good. So good.
That is tight end ball right there.
That's right.
Before we end
the only position that still plays all of football in the NFL.
Yep. Before we end this off, we don't have a fantasy episode anymore like we did last season, so I'm gonna just highlight a couple players that I thought that did pretty well.
All right.
Because I am a fantasy guy.
I'm
winning currently in the fantasy league as well.
Yeah.
I don't think you are because
we
made a trade that benefited me a lot more. But it's 1 week.
It's 1 week.
But Tyler Warren, I believe at one point was 2nd or 3rd in fantasy points for tight ends. I don't know if that's still the way it is. I believe Brock Bowers was number 1 because he had a crazy day until he got hurt, sadly. It was a knee injury, too. I didn't see the play, so I don't know what happened. As far as I remember, nothing like super major stood out to me about it. So I'm thinking hyperextension, bruised knee, something like that. Not something major. And then Spencer Schrader, I believe, was number 1 for kickers. He didn't miss anything. All of his kicks were like down the middle. And there's a lot of misses for kickers today.
He is still perfect in his NFL career, dating back to last year.
He a lot of kick. Like the Falcons had Chase McLaughlin missed an extra point in the Bucs game. The Falcons had a chance to go down, tie it with a field goal, and Koo, the guy who's known for having ice in his veins, missed it wide to the right. So it was a crazy day for kickers because Schrader had a really good game. The Steelers won off of a 60-yard Chris Boswell kick. Again, the Jets-Steelers game was a very good game. Aaron Rodgers threw for 4 touchdowns. Justin Fields looked amazing. Pittman obviously was up there. I think he ended up 4th. So there was a lot of Taylor at one point was inside the top 10, but whenever he stopped playing, he kind of fell out. Daniel Jones was – don't quote me on this because Sunday Night Football is going on right now. But as of earlier, he was the number 1 performer for a quarterback.
All right.
So it's,
pretty good.
It's a good day whenever your team has good fantasy performers.
Yes. It's a good day for week 1, and we'll see what happens from here. But that's all that we have for today. We'll be back tomorrow with our fever frenzy with your mom. Later this week, we will have our unstable pick 6 that you mentioned, our Crimson Cutback episode looking at IU football, and close it out with our preview of the Colts hosting the Broncos. Can the Colts make up for last year's pivotal late season loss?
Yep. Well, this is Liam.
And this is Kevin.
Reminding you to stay all Indiana.
All in Sports Network. We love sports.